Thanks, everyone, as well for taking the time to join today to learn about the Fairmont properties. My goal is to show you what the experience is all about, refresh your knowledge on our rooms and the products that we offer, and hopefully inspire you to think of us, for your clients on their next holiday. So as Charlie mentioned, it is quite a bit of information. The hotels offer quite a bit of stuff, and each destination offers quite a bit. So I'll try to go through it as quickly as I can, but be as thorough as I can as well. So yeah, please don't hesitate to ask any questions. So just a bit about myself, so you know who you're talking to or listening to, I should say. My name is Kim Wall, and I am a Regional Tour and Leisure Sales Manager with Fairmont Hotels. I'm lucky enough to live in Whistler, and I've been a part of the Fairmont family since 2009. I did work at the Fairmont Banff Springs at the beginning of my career. I worked there for 4.5 years before relocating to Whistler, and I've been here for almost 6 years now. So, and now I get to represent the 4 hotels that I'm very passionate about, which are the Fairmont Banff Springs, the Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise, the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge, and the Fairmont Chateau Whistler. So the hotels are located in Alberta and British Columbia. 3 of them are, of course, in Alberta, and then Whistler is in BC. When you get into the destinations or when you're flying to this side of the country, we've got 3 international airports that will help provide access to the destinations and the resorts. All of the areas are also connected to each other by roads, so the different highways that go through, as well as rail. So there's lots of options traveling by train from Vancouver either to Jasper or into Lake Louise and Banff. So I'll try to explain how you can connect the areas together because it is a really popular thing to do for people to take to combine multiple destinations when they visit Western Canada, because there is so much to see and to do. I'm going to start my presentation by talking about Fairmont Chateau Whistler. Whistler is located 2 hours north of Vancouver, which is also a really popular city to add on if you're coming to the mountains for a couple of days. A lot of people will stay pre or post in Vancouver. There's lots of great direct air access from Australia into Vancouver, and then getting to Whistler is really easy, so you can either take a shuttle or a private transfer, you can rent a car and drive yourself, or you can include Whistler as part of a package with the Rocky Mountaineers. So they offer packages that start in Vancouver, you stop in Whistler for a day, and then you take off the next day to other mountain destinations. So Whistler truly is a 4-season destination with something for everybody. Of course, it's well known as a ski destination, but it is also really fabulous in the summer as well. The Chateau Whistler is located right at the base of Blackcomb Mountain, so you can see it here, and you can see that we've got really great access to the gondola that's right beside the hotel. So it makes getting up the mountain really quick and easy. It's direct from the bottom to the top, and that gondola is brand new, which is really exciting, a good investment from Vail Resorts. So whether it's for skiing or hiking up on the mountain in the summertime, it's just really easy and convenient. This photo also shows a good snapshot of the Upper Village where we're located. So if you haven't been to Whistler before, there's this village, which is the Upper Village or the Blackcomb Village, and then there's a second village, which is called Whistler Village. So it just gives you access to the Whistler side of the mountain. So it's only about a 5-minute walk. I'm just going to use my mouse to show you here. There's a road that kind of connects into the main village up here, and it's just about a 5-minute walk. So if you don't want to walk into the village, we have a hotel shuttle as well that takes people down, so access to both sides is really easy. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to go through a lot of information, so I'm also going to try to summarize a couple of different things for you where I can, just, if you want to remember key points. For this hotel, really what you need to remember is that it is ski in, ski out. It's got a great location, but it also has some really incredible facilities and amenities that really promote great experience that are unmatched by any other hotel within the resort. So Whistler really is a place that if you can dream it, you can do it. It's known as a ski destination, like I said, but there's so many other things to do here in the winter beyond skiing. One thing that the hotel does to make exploring the destination a little easier is that we provide a complimentary service called the Whistler Experience Guide, and their job is to take people out on guided adventures so that they can experience more of what Whistler has to offer. So they have anywhere from 2 to 6 activities daily, and the activities that they'll take people out on are things like ice skating or snowshoeing. They'll take you out to a museum. We've got a really great O'Dane Art Museum, or the Squamish Lillooet Cultural Center, which is a museum of our First Nations. So they'll do things like that. It's really nice. It's got a great local touch to it, so you really get to see things that you might not have explored if we didn't have the guide service. Some other unique things that you can do in the destination, you can try your hand at bobsledding. We have the Olympic bobsled course here that you can try, or there's lots of helicopter tours that they do up on the glaciers in the area. You can explore ice caves and really cool things like that, so things that are a little bit out of the ordinary. Of course, we've got the world-class skiing as well, so we have Whistler Blackcomb Mountain. And I should mention that we do have all the amenities for a ski holiday that you would need at the hotel. So we do have an equipment rentals shop in the hotel. We offer a complimentary ski storage and complimentary ski valet at the bottom of the mountain as well. And Fairmont also provides some really great family programming over holiday periods. The festive season is our most popular, so Christmas time period, where we have lots of Australians come to visit. So this is just an excerpt from our festive brochure that kind of gives you a snapshot of what we might offer. So this only shows you about a day or a day and a half over that 12 or 14-day period. But it just shows you that we do lots of different unique activities. We have arts and crafts and game rooms for kids. There's movies that we play and other unique activities like scavenger hunts, kitchen tours, things like that. The hotel is really well known for their dining as well. We put on a big gala dinner and dance on Christmas Day as well as New Year's Eve. My tip for anybody traveling over this time period is to book your dining early as possible. Our restaurants will start to book up by September, October time, and so we request that you make your reservations as early as you can. And that includes dining in town as well. Switching gears to summer, summer tends to be a little bit of a lesser-known season in Whistler, at least from some of our international guests. But Whistler really is an incredible destination in the summertime. I usually say if you meet a local, they probably move to Whistler because of the winter, but they usually stay because of the summer. We've got all your warm weather activities here: hiking, biking, golf. There's other soft adrenaline adventures too, like zip lining. Whistler's also known as one of the best biking destinations in the world. We've got the largest bike park in North America, and we have a huge network of trails outside of the bike park as well. So there's lots of cross-country trails, but we also have a network of paved trails throughout the town as well. So it's a little bit easier to go for like a leisurely bike ride or something like that on the paved trails. So you don't have to, bike on the roads with cars or anything like that. It's a really great feature to the resort. And a lot of people don't realize that Whistler has 5 different lakes in the area as well that you can swim in. So we do have a lot of water sports that you can participate in during the summertime. So there's paddleboarding and kayaking or canoeing, and then we do have a little sailing club as well on one of the lakes, so you can take sailing courses if you wanted to. And then, of course, there's lots of sightseeing to do. So we have the peak-to-peak gondola. You can take a float plane or a helicopter ride to see those glaciers in the summertime and the views that we have from above. And, of course, the hotel has the Whistler Experience Guide service in the summertime as well. And they take people out on guided hikes and paddleboarding and little bike rides and things like that. So after all of those adventures, you'll likely work up an appetite. So the hotel has 5 restaurants to choose from and a culinary experience that is offered at a very high level, but it's really approachable and very comfortable and cozy. Our restaurants really focus on sourcing their ingredients locally. In fact, we've been growing our own vegetables, our own vegetable garden on the roof. So we produce a lot of the or some of the vegetables that we use in-house, we grow here, or we source them from a farm that's about 30 minutes away in the next town over. We also have honeybees that live in these bee houses that we have on our roof, so we harvest our own honey as well. Now, our most popular restaurant is likely the Mallard Lounge. It's our lobby bar, and it's a hit with guests and locals alike. It's really popular for après-ski in the winter or just a relaxing meal on the patio in the summertime. The lounge offers live entertainment daily, and it's a fun and comfortable atmosphere that you really can't get from a lot of other hotels in town. And once you've experienced the area's best activities and dining, you'll need a place to rest your head. So our guest rooms are really spacious and comfortable for those that are staying here. We've got a large variety of room types and suites to offer any type of traveler. This is an example of an entry-level room, the Fairmont room category. You have the option for a king bed with a pull-out or 2 queens in this room, or in this room category. The rooms are about 400 square feet and can comfortably fit a family of 4. We also have a lot of connecting options as well in these categories. And then the next category up would be the deluxe view and the deluxe slope side view. Those rooms have the exact same layout as the one in the picture. They're just on higher floors with different views. So that's the only difference in those entry-level categories. The most exciting update at the hotel, though, has been our multi-million-dollar suite renovation that occurred last fall. So this is an example of the living room in one of our one-bedroom suites. All of the suites now have hardwood floors, new electric fireplaces, and luxury furnishings like the exposed wood beams that you can see in the picture. So this decor is available in all of our suites that are not on Fairmont Gold. So junior suites, one-bedroom suites, two-bedroom suites, and all that good stuff. And then this hotel does have a Fairmont Gold floor as well. So for those of you that don't know, Fairmont Gold is like a hotel within a hotel. You get the personalized service of staying in a boutique property, but then you get all the amenities of staying at a big resort property. So guests will have a private reception where they can check in or check out, and they can use the full concierge services at the reception as well. And then they also have access to a private lounge where they'll receive complimentary breakfast daily in the morning and appetizers and hors d'oeuvres in the evening. The Fairmont Gold product is really designed for that more discerning traveler who's looking for a really personalized experience. So just to recap, Whistler is a really great destination for both summer and winter holidays. The Fairmont Chateau Whistler can offer your guests a really great location and experience that's kind of unmatched anywhere else in the destination. We've got some great winter specials going on if you book through a wholesaler. If you book by June 30th, we've got up to 55% off. And we have some room categories will qualify for upgrade offers as well. So it's a really great time to book your winter holiday. So we're just going to cross over now into Alberta, and we'll start our journey through Alberta at the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge. So the town of Jasper is located in Jasper National Park. It's about 380 kilometers from Edmonton, so you can fly directly into the Edmonton airport and then drive or take a shuttle, or it's really popular, as I was mentioning before, to combine a trip elsewhere. So if let's say you flew into Vancouver, you can take the train from Vancouver to Jasper. There's the Via Rail that operates year-round, so they'll operate in the winter or in the summertime, and then you can try the Rocky Mountaineer that operates in the summer. It goes from Vancouver to Jasper as well. So that's one way to get there, and then you can also drive, of course, from any of the major cities or any of the other resorts. So the Jasper Park Lodge is a really unique property. It's a series it's not like our castles that we have elsewhere in the mountains. It's more of a series of cabins that's set out over about 700 acres of land. So you can think of it more like if you know the movie Dirty Dancing and those sort of cabin properties, or like a luxury summer camp. The property is set on Lac Beauvert, and it's surrounded by a lot of majestic mountains. We like to call your stay here the Great Canadian Lodge Experience, because it's kind of what you think of when you think of Canada. Mountains, lakes, wildlife that roam the property. The service and the facilities are really luxurious, and the setting is just very comfortable and relaxed. So you kind of have the best of both worlds here. The hotel does have a main lodge, and that's the lodge that's in the picture there that's all lit up. And that houses all of the dining, all of the spa that we have, the health club, and the outdoor pool and hot tub. So Jasper is likely known a little bit more as a summer destination, but I really want to make sure that you know what winter has to offer here as well. The area is really like a hub of winter activity. The hotel offers a number of complimentary winter activities and rentals that you can use right on property itself. So we provide free cross-country ski rentals, and we have cross-country trails all along the property. There's ice skate rentals that are complimentary, and you can just skate right on the lakes that are there. And we have complimentary snowshoe rentals as well. And then in the destination, of course, there's skiing at Marmot Basin. Marmot Basin is about 25 minutes from the hotel, and we provide a free shuttle to get there to and from daily. There's also really great tours that you can take in the resort or in the destination as well in the wintertime. A really popular one is the Moline Canyon tour, where you go into the bottom of this canyon. That's usually in the summer. It's rushing water, but it all freezes over in the wintertime. You can actually go in and view up and see all the frozen waterfalls that are in the canyon. It's a really incredible sight. Something else that's really unique is the dark sky experience as well. Jasper is the second largest dark sky preserve in the world, and it makes for some really great stargazing. The hotel is the base camp for this experience that we offer in the resort, and the experience has you enjoy a presentation on the dark sky and auroras with a local twist, and it's done in the geodesic dome that's actually located right on property. And after you learn about all the stars in the area, then you actually exit the geodesic dome, and you get to spend some time using the telescopes with the local astronomers, who will help you see some of the stars and the planets. So you might even get a chance to see the northern lights. They're fairly common up in Jasper. They come out once a week or so, maybe even a little bit more than that. So you might get lucky and get a chance to see that as well. I think they have a list now, actually, that you can put your name on, where they'll wake you up in the middle of the night if the northern lights come out. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, there's lots to explore in summer as well, and all right on property if you don't wish to leave. You can walk or bike throughout the grounds. You can do some golfing. We've got a really great golf course on this property as well. Or you can, of course, canoe in the beautiful lakes, and one of those lakes is pictured right here. And there's always a chance you might see an elk or a bear wandering on the property as well. Because Jasper is a little bit more remote than our other hotels and the property is so large, there's actually a really good chance that you might see some animals during your explorations. And dining at the hotel is all contained within the main lodge, as I mentioned. So this is a photo of part of that main lodge, and this is the Emerald Lounge, so it's kind of like the lobby bar here. You can sit and relax and enjoy a drink or a meal. There's live entertainment that plays twice a day, so once in the afternoon and once in the evening. And then there's a great patio that overlooks the pool outside of here as well. And then there's a mix of other restaurants that they have at the hotel. There's Italian, there's a sushi restaurant, and then they have a signature steakhouse as well called the Moose's Nook, which offers some Canadian game and things like that. My favorite restaurant at the hotel would probably be the Italian restaurant. They make all their pasta fresh in-house, so the food's really, really good. Okay, so moving on to the rooms. In early 2015, the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge began a 9-year, $16 million renovation, and so far it's seen all of the rooms and cabins renovated. The extensive project has touched almost every area of the resort, so it's really enhanced the guest experience. And they're only halfway through now. They're kind of working through some more of the infrastructure stuff, but all the rooms and the cabins have been done, so it's really wonderful. This is an example of one of our Fairmont Lakeview rooms. This is similar in size to the entry-level room, which would just be the Fairmont room. The only difference with this room is that it's actually set on a lake, and you can see the beautiful lake view out the front door there. These rooms have one king bed or queen bed, or a 2 double bed option, but the max occupancy in the Fairmont categories is 2 people. And then from this category, there's a number of other variations of rooms that are somewhat larger. They have sitting areas, and there's different options like that. I'll include a link to that in the information that I send with my follow-up notes. I can't take you through all the room categories because there's far too many. So we'll move on to one of the more unique things about the hotel, which is the signature cabins. So we have 10 cabins that are standalone cabins on the property, and they range from 1 to 8 bedrooms. Each bedroom has its own full bathroom, and it's fully secure, so it may have its own private entry, but it always locks, so that if you're not staying in that particular bedroom, you won't be able to get into it. And then all the cabins have a common living space and a full kitchen. So these cabins are great for families or for groups of people that are traveling together that are looking for the true lodge experience. And then this is just an example of what one of the cabin interiors look like, and they all do look a little bit different. They all do have a little bit of a different layout, so just keep that in mind. But all the cabins do include full kitchens. They all have barbecues. They'll all have dining facilities, and then fireplaces as well. And this is an example of one of the other newer cabins that have just been renovated. So this is called the Ridgeline Cabin. This is just the interior. These are all 3-bedroom, and there's 3 of these specific cabins. But like I said, we have about 10, so I'm not going to go through them all with you. I'll just make sure that that you get them, the information included in the follow-up notes. Okay, so yeah, Jasper provides a really unique mountain experience. The destination provides a winter holiday specifically unlike any other, just due to the property and all the inclusions that it does offer. At this hotel, when booking through your preferred wholesaler, you can save up to 35% if you book before August 31st for a winter holiday. Okay, and then heading down the Icefields Parkway, we'll head to the Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise. This hotel is located right on the shores of Lake Louise in iconic Banff National Park. So to get here, you're likely going to be driving or taking a shuttle from either Jasper or Banff, depending on which way you're coming from. In the summer, though, the Rocky Mountaineer does have a stop in Lake Louise as well, so there is train access also. So, of course, this hotel is really in kind of an unrivaled location that you can kind of do anything you want, from the serene to the extreme, so from the most relaxing to the most extreme. You know, this is a place where you'll sit outside and you'll see people skating through an ice castle, or you'll see people snowshoeing across the lake, while other groups of people enjoy, you know, a s'more and a nice hot chocolate next to like a fire pit outside, and it might be next to the outdoor ice bar that we have. Every detail of the guest experience in Lake Louise is carefully planned to be able to offer the ultimate holiday experience. So Lake Louise offers a number of winter activities. I've listed most of them, or kind of a good overview, on the slide. One of the most unique programs, though, that the hotel offers is the Mountain Heritage Guide program. So guests can book a trip with one of our guides. You could go snowshoeing, or you could try cross-country skiing, and those are just some examples. There's lots of different choices to choose from, but it's a really great way to learn about the destination. You'll hear stories from, you know, the history of the hotel to the habits of the local wildlife, and they'll give you tips on how to make the most of your journey in the area. One of my favorite guided experiences that they offer here is the Moonlit Snowshoe Walk. So you get to go snowshoeing out on the lake at nighttime with headlamps. They'll take you out, you'll get to kind of view some of the stars and that kind of thing, and then they'll take you up this trail and you'll end at a little ice cave. It's a really memorable experience, and I don't think it's one that you can really find in a lot of other locations, so it's a really great sort of winter wonderland experience. Now, the hotel is also about 10 minutes away from the Lake Louise Ski Resort, so of course skiing is really big in Lake Louise as well. We do offer a daily shuttle to get to and from the mountain. It runs about every hour. And then we also have, of course, again, everything you need for a ski holiday, so there's the ski rental store and then ski valet as well, to make everything as easy and convenient as possible. And then a special event in Lake Louise that happens is the Ice Magic Festival. So this actually brings in ice carvers from all over the world to compete in an ice carving competition. And the event is held over the last 2 weekends in January, typically, as part of sort of the winter festival that Banff Lake Louise puts on. Once the ice carvings are complete, so the whole event is done right on the shore of Lake Louise, and then the ice sculptures stay there for the remainder of maybe not the winter, but until they kind of melt away. So they're actually there. So if you choose to visit in February or something like that, there's a good chance you'll be able to see these ice sculptures that are, lining the shores of the lake. So it's just a really great feature of being around the hotel. And then, of course, summer is a special time in Lake Louise as the ice melts, and you have the turquoise color of the lake that comes out in the summertime. We were just chatting earlier. I think the lake is just over halfway melted, or it's getting there. Last year, it melted around June 4th. So there's the office in Lake Louise runs some bets on when people think all the ice will actually melt away. So it's kind of a fun thing to speculate this time of year. There's also a webcam that you can see from the top of the hotel that looks over the lake. So you can actually keep an eye on it from afar, too, if you're interested. But yeah, we offer great summer programming for our guests as well. So there's lots of guided hikes and sightseeing tours. Our Mountain Heritage Guide program does guided tours around the lake. They'll take you up to the tea houses, which is like a nice big hike up the back of the glacier there. So there's lots of different activities to try as well. And then inside the hotel, the dining experience is incredible, again, as you would expect. This is actually a picture of our brand new Fairview Lounge, and this lounge is exclusive for hotel guests only. So outside visitors to the area who are not staying in the hotel are not able to get into this lounge. So it's a really great place. You'll have good lake views. You can enjoy some cocktails. It'll definitely be a must-do. I think it just opened last week, so it'll definitely be something to check out. And then the hotel has a lot of other dining to offer. So there's the Wallister Stew, which is a little bit famous for their Swiss fondue that they offer. And then there's even an ice bar in the wintertime to tempt you back outside for an après-ski drink. And then the rooms in Lake Louise have been recently refreshed and renovated over the last couple of years. This is an example of a Fairmont room. So these rooms accommodate, again, 2 people max. And then they have options for lake views as well. And then again, I'll make sure that we have the links to the other room categories just because there are quite a few. I won't go through all of them today. What I do want to show you about or tell you about is the Suite Life program that we have. It's definitely one of the best values in the hotel. So if you ever have a client staying in any of our non-gold 1 or 2 bedroom suites, you'll get all of the amenities that are listed on this slide. The 2 most notable are likely breakfast and parking. And so this is really a great value if you have a client that's hesitant to book a higher category and needs a bit of an incentive to do so. You don't need to ask for any of these inclusions. They're automatically added no matter how you book. And then Lake Louise also does have a Fairmont Gold floor. So this is an example of one of the Fairmont Gold rooms. Most of the Fairmont Gold floor has been renovated over the last year, and they'll be completing the remainder this coming fall. And so you'll also receive all the same inclusions that you would in Whistler, like the private check-in and check-out, the complimentary breakfast, and that sort of thing. And so Lake Louise is really great for families that are wanting a unique winter holiday, and for anybody who wants their activities that are located close by. Again, this hotel also has the same booking offer. If you book by August 31st with your preferred wholesaler, you can receive up to 30% off your next winter holiday. Okay, so we'll head about 40 minutes away from Lake Louise to the town of Banff and the famous Fairmont Banff Springs. So getting to the Banff Springs, it's about an hour and a half from the Calgary airport. So if you fly into Calgary, it's really easy just to drive up from there. Or, of course, like I just mentioned, it's about 40 minutes from Lake Louise. You can also take the train in from here. It would be summer only. It's provided through the Rocky Mountaineer as well. So lots of different options to get to the Banff Springs. So the hotel was built in 1888, and it's come to be known as the Castle in the Rockies. Many people really describe their experience here like kind of something out of a storybook. There's lots of history. Just exploring the hotel is half the fun, just roaming around and getting lost. It's built like a castle. So yeah, there's lots to explore that way. You can indulge in the Willow Stream Spa that we have, and there's lots of shops to explore. So similar to the other destinations and hotels, Banff offers a lot in terms of winter activities. The hotel offers easy access to the 3 ski resorts in the area. Sunshine Mountain is about 20 minutes from the hotel, and Lake Louise is about 40 minutes. You can access the ski resorts from the shuttles that pick up and drop off right in front of the hotel. And of course, the hotel has the same sort of things that the other properties do. So there's a ski rental store, ski valet, and ski storage all complimentary. And then the hotel really does come alive during the holidays as well. So it's kind of like being in a Christmas card. It's really lovely to visit the hotel over the Christmas period. And the hotel actually makes traveling over the festive time really simple. They have this website called christmasatthecastle.ca, and there you'll find all the activity listings, and you can make all your dining reservations and activity bookings through that website as well. So it's really quick and easy, and all the information is located in that one spot. And similar to Whistler, you'll want to book your dining really early for festive. And then Banff is also a really special summer destination. You can spend time on one of our 2 golf courses that we have at the hotel, or you can do lots of sightseeing by walking around town or visiting the Banff Gondola. Right behind the hotel is also the Bow River and the Bow Falls, so that's actually a really nice little walk for people if they're just looking to get into town. Instead of walking along the sidewalk, you can actually walk along the river. And then the Banff Springs has a great culinary program as well. The hotel actually has 11 different restaurants to choose from, so there's definitely something for everybody. This is our newly renovated Vermilion Room. It used to be called the Bow Valley Grill if you'd ever stayed there before. It resembles a French brasserie style of restaurant now. But the hotel also has Italian food, German food. There's a couple of restaurants that feature more of a Canadian fare, so a couple steakhouses, and there's a charcuterie and fondue restaurant as well. So my favorite restaurant at the hotel would actually be our Japanese restaurant, which is called the Samurai. They have the best sushi in town. And then moving on to the rooms have been renovated over the past few years as well. So this is an example of one of the deluxe rooms that we have here. So they're a little bit larger than our entry-level rooms, which is called the Fairmont rooms. Deluxe rooms are great because you can fit couples in them, or they're big enough to accommodate families as well. You'd have 2 queen bed options as well. And then there's lots of other suites at the hotel, but again, I'll keep most of that information in my follow-up notes. I do just want to show you our recently renovated gatehouse wing. So the rooms in this wing of the hotel, it used to be called the Stanley Thompson wing, but they've rebranded it. It's now called Gatehouse. So this is a gatehouse room. The rooms are larger and the bathrooms are quite a bit bigger in this section of the hotel, so if that's important to your clients, then I would take that into consideration when booking their rooms. And then the rooms in this wing of the hotel also have fireplaces. So because it's in a separate wing, the hotel's all connected, but it feels a little bit separate. There's actually a large common lobby in this wing of the hotel as well, so there's a great place for people to come and just sit and relax if they want to. And there's complimentary pool tables that they can use as well. And there's actually access to a lounge called the Ramsey Lounge right there as well. And then the Banff Springs also has a wonderfully appointed Fairmont Gold floor as well for travelers that are looking for that type of product. So Banff and the Fairmont Banff Springs are really the perfect destination for your clients if you're looking for an authentic mountain town to explore in either the summer or winter. And again, this hotel has, if you book through your preferred tour operator, you can receive up to 30% off if you book by August 31st. So I hope that information was useful for you today. I know it was a lot to take in, so I appreciate you hanging in there with me. And before I hand it over for questions, I just want to let you know of our travel agent loyalty program called Famous Agents. The website is on the slide, but I'll make sure I include it in my notes as well. Essentially, for every room night that you book at any of the Accor luxury hotel brands, you get a point, and then you save up your points and you can redeem them in the future for things like free room nights when you're traveling, or gift certificates to for certain amounts of money, and all that kind of good stuff. There's also really great travel benefits. There's lots of discounts on rooms when you're traveling just on your own if you don't have free room nights to redeem. There's some great agent rates that we offer through that program. So I highly encourage you to sign up as well. It's a really fast, rewarding program. So thank you. Charlie, I'll hand it back to you for questions if there's any.
Thank you so much, Kim. It was a lot of information, but it was a lot of awesome information. So thank you for going over 4 properties for us. We did joke that we could have had probably 4 webinars to really go through the destinations and the properties, but that was an awesome overview, jam-packed with lots of information. So if anybody does have any questions, if you're just digesting all of that information, that's all good. But if you do have a question for Kim, type it into the chat box now. Or if you want to tell us that you've stayed at any of the properties, I'm lucky enough to say I have stayed at all 4, and they are all amazing and all unique. So yeah, I always say to people, try and include at least one in your itinerary, but obviously if you can do more than one or you can do all 4, then that's absolutely fantastic because they are all very different. Nadine says, yes, I celebrated my 21st birthday at the Banff Springs. It was absolutely beautiful. Oh, wow, that's a cool story. Good place for your 21st. Judy stayed at all 4 too. Nice one, Judy. She knows all 4 of them, so that was a great update for you and probably brought back some great memories like it did for me. Okay, don't think anyone's got any questions though, so we will sign off there. Of course, there's plenty of follow-up to come. The recording from me, which will also be posted to the Canada Specialist Facebook group if you want to follow along there and grab updates from Facebook. And I'll post it to the YouTube page. Kim will also, like as she mentioned, do a pretty comprehensive follow-up so you guys get a bit more information on those rooms and things. And anything else you need, just get in touch. So thanks everyone for joining us. Kim, thank you so much. We'll let you carry on with your evening, but thanks for joining us, and everybody have a great day.
Great. Thank you very much.